Today's Monday, it's the 3rd? Is it the 3rd? 4th already.
4th of August. Happy birthday to Ricardo today.
Yeah. 4th of August, it's 2025. And we've come down onto the Paseo Marítimo. And as we were driving down, Anita was saying she doesn't think she's been onto the Paseo Marítimo since we were here before Guernsey. And I came down, but I didn't park. I just drove up and down, and there was still lots of work going on. So nice to get the opportunity to come down, have a look to see how the work has actually progressed and what is it like to walk along the Paseo Marítimo. I didn't think it was going to be very breezy today, but I was wrong. It is breezy. So apologies because I forgot to bring the dead cat. So if it gets a bit noisy, we'll just have to try and do the best we can with it. It's a beautiful evening, hardly a cloud in the sky, and it's just coming up to 7:30 and looking particularly beautiful. Of course, I was talking about Anita then, wasn't I?
Were you? Thank you.
Shall we go for a little walk? Which way would you like to go, left or right? We're going to go this way. And you can see this. The sun is actually on the boats over there. And this is the promenade. We were actually just sitting on the bench here. This is one of the new benches. They're aluminium, lightweight benches. And what is another miracle is that we actually found a parking space. There's almost no parking spaces along the Paseo Marítimo now on this side. There used to be lots and lots. It used to be all the way along here. It used to be parked, and now all of that parking's gone. So we were hoping to be able to park at the auditorium, but as we got to this point, we spotted a space, not just one space, but it was a double space, so it was the easiest one to get into. And, well, it's where we're parked. So time now, just 7:30, just coming up to 7:30 in the evening. And, well, we've got a few people out walking, jogging. We've seen one or two cyclists as well. We don't just have one path, though. See, we've actually got another path that we could be walking on just along there.
So that's for walking and the other is cycling?
And then beyond that, there's a cycle path. And beyond that is where we've got the road. The road is, oh, I'd love to say finished, but it isn't. It's more or less finished. And certainly driving along this evening was a breeze. No problems, no issues at all. At the beginning, at the Porta P end, there just is lots and lots of work going on still there and lots of steel barriers. But here, it's all sort of starting to come together. The grass is growing, the trees are planted, and we're in Palma, and we've got lots of palm trees. Which is one of my criticisms of Palma Nova, was that it didn't have palm trees, which they've started to rectify, and they've certainly done a good job here. There's the ones that were already here, but they've planted a lot more trees. They've planted grass, and there's lots of other plants going on as well. And there's a good watering system in, or appears to be a good watering system in there, which is keeping everything nice and green. Talking of water, yeah, we do have some water issues at the moment on the island, and one part of the island, Dea, which is up in the mountains, is where Richard Branson and Michael Douglas and all those sort of people have got places. They've got severe water restrictions, and they're actually cutting water for certain hours of the day. So just beginning to show you how serious it is, and pictures I've seen recently. So I've just been taking a couple of photographs of a young couple from Sweden. Nice to do that. They're thinking how beautiful it is along here. So that's somebody fresh in, and they're really appreciating it. They're actually staying in the Melia Hotel just across the road there. And just up there we've got the boats that take people out on trips. So all of this work is, I don't think people are quite sure about it yet. I think it's going to
I really
take...
like all these benches everywhere.
The benches are lovely. There's lots of them, lots of benches. The biggest issue is that one of parking, which I mentioned earlier on. There is a complete lack of parking. And they did talk about, once they'd already started work on it, putting in an underground car park.
Should have thought of that before, shouldn't they?
Which really would have made a big difference. There is, just the other side of the auditorium there is actually a car park there. And there is a car park where the boats are moored there, which is where I was going to head. But the issue really is for the businesses on that side. Anyone who wants to visit those businesses for whatever reason is going to find it difficult to park the car, and getting there by other means. I suppose you can get a taxi. Well, maybe that's the answer. They've got to get a taxi.
What's this for?
Well, it's a floating pontoon. I don't know. I guess they've been doing some work and they needed a pontoon. It's made out of concrete. I do like all of the palm trees that we've got. All the trees as well, so there is a good mix, and that's, I think, is also important. But a lot less in the way of pine trees. The pine trees are not particularly nice or good. We've had a couple of them in Palma that have fallen over in the last couple of years. Luckily, nobody was hurt. It's one of the big party boats that goes out in the daytime, all moored up for the evening. This is the other area where all the workers were storing all of their materials. That looks as though it's getting close to finishing. Still just little bits. These rather unpleasant looking things here just to stop vehicles getting in. I hope they're not going to leave them there. If they need to have something, it's got to be a big cast iron plant pot or something like that.
See, this is where all the buses used to park to go to the auditorium. So where do they park?
Yeah. So there's the auditorium across there. This actually looks like a parking space, but it's not by the road, so it can't actually be used by cars. So what is that? It's strange. Yeah. It's very curious. And well, there used to be a very busy cafe, which, while all of this work's been closed, it's closed down. That's the car park. And if you look here, it's not even easy to get into the car park. This entrance to it is closed off. There is an entrance there. So, actually, this is pedestrian area. Sorry, I'm getting all this wrong. That's where you drive in.
Drive round in here.
And these, I do hope they're not going to leave those horrible concrete things there. But here you can see that
Parking of buses. Auto cars, the buses.
there's nowhere for them to park here anymore. I think maybe a little bit further up there might be a drop-off area. But there's still lots of construction materials and lots of metal fencing, huge generator there. So, definitely not finished. I'm not sure whether these people have just arrived or are just about to set off. I think they may have just returned. There looks like people getting off a boat there, having been out on a day trip. Yeah. So this is where the buses now have to park. So there's room, I think, therefore maybe 3 coaches, where in the past there was room for a lot more. I'm not sure how many, but a lot more. So there's very, very limited space for the coaches. 3, possibly 4 coaches could get in there. And I'm guessing that they've been told it's pick-up, drop-off only, and then you've got to move on and go and find somewhere else to park your bus until you're ready for the pick-up time. But the auditorium holds 2,000 or 3,000 people, and if it's an event where lots of people are coming by coach, I can see there being some logistical issues. All of these things will come out in the wash. So here we can see more of the garden area, which has not got any grass on, at least not at the moment. Some plants have already been laid and it looks as though it's been looked after. Well, the water, at least it shows that the watering system's there. We're planning out our next trip actually, and Anita's been worried about her orchids. Got to make sure that they get watered while we're away, so we're devising a cunning plan to water them while we're away.
Only not very frequently.
Yeah, so she somehow really wants them to only be watered once a week. Don't know how that cunning plan's going to work. We've got the watering system for the garden set up to water twice a day. Once early in the morning, once late in the evening. And with the temperatures the way they are and the breeze that we're having, I think the garden's actually needed that watering. Don't give it long, it's only a minute or 2.
3 minutes.
3 minutes. And so that seems to do it all right. Probably when we get into September, we might put that down to just once a day in the morning. And depend a little bit on what the rains are. We usually have rains at the end of August, sometimes beginning of September. It's the ossifar truck. It's one that empties the sewage, so he's just obviously been along here somewhere and doing his work. Speed limit is still 30 along the Paseo Marítimo. That's a temporary sign. The yellow and red one's temporary, so that's got to change once it's all finished. You can see here that the edge here hasn't been finished and some of the stones are already falling away, because what's got to happen there all along where the boats are moored, I think they've got a new edging to go in there, and that's what a lot of the bricks are that we could see back in front of the auditorium. They'll be the stones that are going to go on there and make this look really, really quite smart. So yeah, a lot of work along this side, and I'm just looking ahead of me, and that's looking nowhere near complete. There's one of these projects that has very much gone over its allotted time. So we can't actually go along there anymore unless you're getting on your boat. And the path we're going on now is one which Anita won't like, because it's all dusty and stony, and or maybe we'll just go up a little bit further and cross over. But at least it's in the shade. So yeah, a lot of work here still to be done to finish this part off. It's only this 100 metres or so, because once we get to this next set of traffic lights, which are not working, the promenade looks to be complete again. I know. So I suggested we cross at this crossing. This one's actually got fencing across, so we can't actually cross there, but actually the promenade does pick up again here. And now we can actually see again what it's supposed to look like, and you can see they've got this granite edging here, and that's what will go down on the edging down there. So there's all this granite stone. This looks really good, and this is how the promenade should be. And I'm guessing that that's going to be grassed over, put some seed on it. But obviously lots to do down there.
8,000 steps.
Well, Anita's happy, she's done her 8,000. And then in the distance we've got the cathedral. We're not going to the cathedral, we're just going to go up to the crossing here. And we'll go back on the other side, and we'll just be seeing how the businesses are faring. It's 7:45 now. And the restaurants will be getting ready for evening meal. And people dining, the bars. Some of the bars will be opening, but bars quite often don't open till later on. The Camp Blanc down there, well, that's in the middle of what was the building site, or is the building site. It's all full of rubble. So the Camp Blanc completely closed.
That'll open again, is that?
It's going to, I guess it will open or something. It's not opening at the moment. And here, we usually have almost no water in here. In fact, we've quite often walked across there because there's been no water at all. And you might say, well, the tide must be in, but we don't really have a tide here. And if there is, it's only very, very small and not really noticeable. This is due to fluctuations in air pressure. So I'm guessing we've got a lowish pressure, meaning we've got a higher sea level. And so we need to use those stepping stones, which are always fun to negotiate. Cross over here. Some parts they've got these raised beds as well.
Nice spot there, isn't it? That area there.
Sure what the thinking is there. Right. Can't cross yet. I suppose we could cross. There's more cars coming. Right, one turning here. There we go. Whoops. It's just turned red, just as the car got there. How unlucky was that?
What's that? What's the matter?
Sorry.
What's the matter? Couldn't we cross there?
We could, I thought he was going to come though. So we'll have a look now to see what the business side is. This is where there's no cafes, no bars, nothing on the seaside anymore. And there weren't many before, so that's not a big change. But there are lots of businesses along here, lots of bars, lots of restaurants. So I wonder which ones are open. Some of them will be opening later on in the evening, they're more evening places. This is the Three Lions pub, I'm sure. And who else? Oh, there's a few people here already having a drink. Breezes. I thought it would have been more breezy on the other side, but it seems to be more breezy on this side. Oh, that was the Irish bar. That was looking quite busy already. And it's not even 8 o'clock. That Thai wok. They're just kicking off by the looks of things.
It feels a lot more spacious, doesn't it?
It does feel, it is, that the pavement here, the sidewalk is much wider than it was before, and it does look much better. Some shops open.
Here, but you're not allowed to park there, are you, those yellow lines?
Yeah, so here's some parking on this side with this yellow line, so you need to check what the restrictions are. These may be drop off and pick up only places, or only certain times of the day you can park there. You do need to have a read of the sign which is with it, because it has got the yellow zigzag line, and the yellow zigzag line means it is at some part of the day restricted. This is Hotel Costa Azul.
Is this where we had a nice drink, or the next one?
I think it was further down.
There's a bus.
A bus. Rafa Nadal. His own buses. And this is Madras Indian restaurant.
Okay.
Menu of the day for 1995. I apologise that we've not had many foodie videos. That's us going out and eating in restaurants.
So you haven't?
Because we haven't. It's not because we've forgotten to video, it's just because we've stopped doing it, by and large. And that's largely because of me. Hotel Mirador. We do occasionally eat out, maybe.
The main place to go to is Mercadona.
Mercadona.
The salad.
Yeah, we have a salad in Mercadona. Yeah, because I'm trying to lose weight and trying to keep a fairly strict regime. It is working. It is working. Me going to restaurants usually means I'll have a glass of wine or I'll have a beer. And I know, everyone will say, "Well, you've got to resist." It's, yeah. If I'm paying to go out, and I really want to have a nice lunch or a nice dinner. So
We're
again,
going on Thursday.
we are going out on Thursday. And we have been doing that fairly regularly. Every week or two we go out with our friends and we have a menu of the day, but we're with friends, so I don't actually do a video then. One of the things we do, and we have been doing, is to have a quiz. And been great fun. We've been setting up a quiz. I've done a few questions, Anita, and our other friends have done them as well. Well, this is new. This is a San Cristo, where they have all the pastries, and they were, well, yeah, definitely not my diet.
There's a oven in there.
The San Cristo oven, I'm not sure that's a genuine thing, but... And then ice creams, well, yeah, definitely not on my diet. I do now and again treat myself to all of these sorts of things, so I do have a menu del dia, and I do have a pie very, very occasionally, and even an ice cream. And we're going to be having a holiday with our family later on in the month, and I'm guessing the diet might go out of the window a little bit as we're going to be together for a week. Well, that's nice. I like those. They're really nice. Models, that's something new. Oh, CBD. Right, it's a cannabis shop. That's something different.
Material, you know, the towels the girls have.
Oh yes, yeah.
Another Indian coming up.
Yeah. Do like walking along here just to smell the food. And one, you know, we do like our Indian food. Not sure we're going to be able to have an opportunity to have an Indian meal before we go, but I'm sure we might. I'll have one in England. We're going to be seeing Angela, and she likes Indian food too. So. So it's now nearly 8 o'clock, 5 to 8. And it is early. Well, there's an advert there for the Rocky Horror Show, and we've already got our tickets. That's Jason Donovan coming over for the Rocky Horror Show. That's in October the 16th, so you can't be away for that.
We're coming back for that.
Oh.
We're going on Friday, aren't we?
Anita's got more plans to go back to England in October, I think. That'll probably be her on her own. Just want to have a look, see what else is on. Phantom of the Opera. So that's the one we've got now. Look. And then you get lots of tributes things. There's a Queen, ABBA, Ballet, Swan Lake. And the Messiah, that's up in December. Lots and lots going on here at the auditorium. This is actually February, March next year.
I wonder if that's not the songs in English now.
I doubt it. Obviously, the Rocky Horror Show is in English. It's an English company. Carmina Burana, that is quite spectacular. That's in October. We actually went to see Carmina Burana at the. It was at the Bull Ring. So, Bull Ring in Palma is no longer used for bullfights. And when I did a video there, I got into all sorts of trouble with some people. Anyway, it's no longer used, but it is used for other events, in particular concerts. And we saw the Carmina Burana, which was actually the most spectacular concert of its type I think I've ever seen. The staging of
Fire
it
and everything.
was amazing. And tall, it must have been 50, 60 feet high. Very high. And lots and lots of people involved with it. So it was definitely worth going to see. And they do have lots of other things there. In the summer they have lots of disco type music things for the youngsters, particularly those who come over from the mainland. And just while I'm on the matter of bull rings and bullfighting, there was actually a bullfight in Inca this week. Yeah. And it was packed. Yeah. And yeah, it obviously still is popular. Well, this is one of these robots that comes and serves you, brings you your food. It's cool, isn't it? And we've got the Agra Tandoori Indian restaurant. They're just opening up, getting ready. Hopefully getting busy later on.
These have got air conditioning.
Well, there isn't some more space over there for buses to stop, so yeah, maybe there is room for 6 or 8 buses, so probably. But that means there's no room for cars. So. Italian. And they're serving food already. We do have some bus stops along here as well, and it's all getting things back to normal. Yeah, good to have bus shelters where you can sit down and shelter from the sun. More or less is what you want to do, is shelter from the sun. I haven't done any recent updates on the solar panels, but suffice it to say we are very happy with the way that they're working. I think.
Air conditioning on?
I can't remember. I think we need to go through a couple of billing cycles, because it was only at the beginning of partway through July that this battery thing was supposed to be sorted out. It actually came to the house and did something to the meter. We've done new contracts. But I'm still not quite sure how that's going to pan out. We'll see, but we've not had a proper bill since that's been set up. But I think probably not the next one, but maybe September. So September, October, things will be in place, and hopefully we'll be able to see what the benefit of these solar panels are. But at the moment it looks as though we're actually consuming very, very little electricity from the grid at all. And that is obviously during the evening, during the night times, even on a dull day, we're producing enough electricity to cover what we use in the daytime.
We haven't had any dull days though, have we?
Well, there have been, and when I do the next video, I'll actually show the graphs which illustrate how the production of electricity varies during a 24-hour period from any particular day. So this one might have opened. This used to be the Piccola, and well, Anita and I used to come here occasionally, and I used to come with the Masons more often. And a really nice big restaurant, but COVID and all of the work that's gone here destroyed it. And this used to be the, I think, it's what used to be the Colmina. Is that right? That's all changed as well. Oops, cross over. You see people now just coming out of the hotel, so they're having their evening meal. They've just had the evening meal and be coming out for a walk, or if they've not had the evening meal, they're coming out to go for dinner. So. This is the Palma Marina. Right on the front here. Sometimes in the past we've seen coaches for the football teams, the away teams.
They've got so much park here.
They've got a space which will fit a coach in, and taxis can go around in a circle here. So it's one of the hotels that has been used in the past for various football teams. Our football season, our first football match starts on Wednesday, and it's a local match. It's against Sa Pobla, and Sa Pobla's the potato area the island potato growing area. It's more an agricultural area, so it's the agricultural cup, or sometimes referred to as the potato cup. And so we'll be going to that match with Monroe. And it gives us an opportunity to see some of the players again, see how they are gelling together, hopefully better than they were against their recent match. This is Campelut. Places that do Italian food tend to be earlier, I think. I don't know why that might be. Maybe younger people. I will at some point go up there because that's where the swimming pool used to be, and that's where they've been doing a lot of construction work. Still are doing a lot of construction work. There's some steel fencing up there. Here we've got a couple of places, tapas and ice cream. Kenzo. They've got no tables outside. Are they closing up for the day? Maybe they're just a daytime place. It's somewhere you go for coffee next to Bunsen. And all above that, you've got the Grand Melia Victoria Hotel. And you can see people up there actually on the terrace. I'm not sure whether they're dining or just having a drink up there. There's actually some work going on here too. This particular area is a little bit underdeveloped. There used to be all sorts of things along here, and it looks as though they might be changing the area. I think years and years ago, we came to a party in a disco down here. Remember that?
It used to belong to Angela.
I think so, Angela, yeah, and her husband. Another place with a really incredible terrace is up there, which is the 1930 Mediterranean.
We're going to cross the Just carry on a bit.
Carry on a bit because we've got the bridge just a little bit further. Cross over to the next one, perhaps. This is what was Tito's. I nearly said it was Tito's, but it's not. It's now called Leo's. And it's gone back really to a little bit like Tito's used to be. It's an upmarket venue.
This doesn't look open soon, does it?
It's not open at the moment. Whether it'll be open later on, I don't know. We have been there maybe a couple of times. I was not really that impressed. I need to perhaps go again. I think it's the idea, I think, is really good, where you've got like different stalls selling different food, and so I do like that idea. But the nights we went, or the afternoons, evenings, it wasn't really successful. A bit too rowdy. The thing I did want to show really was just how all this work has been progressing along the Paseo Marítimo, and this is one of the things. It's left, and I don't know whether they're going to leave this. I can't leave it like this, can they? This was the bridge.
What are you doing with this?
I really don't know. This is the bridge that used to go over to the middle of the road. In the middle of the road, there was a thing called the Social Club and a swimming pool. And the swimming pool was actually to the Mediterranean. And well, they knocked it down. They knocked all of the social club down. They knocked all the swimming pool down, but they didn't. And they knocked part of the bridge down. They left that little bit still there. So who knows? It's still there. Just got a few more bars down here. A bit busy. We've had couple of really nice evenings at the Mediterranean, but it's a long time ago. Just fantastic views, and we had there were functions that we were going to where you get all dressed up, black tie events, and beautiful views over the port here. Getting a few more people around. And there we are, they're eating pizzas. So the busy restaurants have all been the ones selling pizza. What's the message there?
What?
All the restaurants that are busy have been selling pizzas or Italian food. And other places are a little bit quieter. This is a bar here. This will get busier later on, I would think. It's actually one I've stopped up for a drink while I've been walking along. And I don't know if you remember, but there used to be a lovely piece of artwork on there. You know, they talk about all the graffiti that's in Palma. That wall had a really nice piece of artwork, but it's now gone. They painted over it. Put some nice new chairs in, but the artwork's gone. Nice garden, a little bit littered up there. And the steps there take you up through to a park, which is quite pretty. It takes you up to Terreno. The big question is, can you remember where we parked the car?
Just miles down there.
Miles down there. Well, the lights have just changed, so we've got a bit of a wait. Well, lights green to cross halfway, and they're not green to cross the rest of the way. So we've got to wait here until these change. Well, there's no cars coming at all, so we're crossing. Bicycle, both directions. No.
Are they supposed to stop?
If it's on red, yeah. So here you can see where the promenade is split into two completely separate sections. So we've got an upper section and a lower section. Lots and lots of seating. And shall we go on this upper section on the way back?
High road.
We'll go on the high road. And then the grassy area is also elevated as well, which gives it, you know, just examining the tree.
Is this free, anybody?
I don't know what that one is. So I like this elevation here, it's quite nice. Keeps the areas separate. More seating, more chairs. That's it. Photos taken. And then, amongst all of this, we've got a little park for the children to play in with some brand new park facilities for them. It's open on that side, but it's been closed off on this side. That doesn't really make a lot of sense. I quite like the fact that it meanders a little. It's not a straight path. There's a bend in there that gives it a little bit of character. And the grass is actually beginning to establish itself. It will take a while, but it's starting. Look at all those chairs. There's like a whole group get together there, couldn't you? Here, another load. They do look very flimsy though, I must say. But they are anchored down. You can't move them. They are bolted or fastened somehow to the floor. I think it's quite pretty. I do see that there are issues for the businesses, but I think this, if you can find somewhere to park or you can get here by bus or taxi or whatever, I think this is a lovely place to come and wander around in the evening.
I believe you're on a busy road, actually.
No. And they have resurfaced the road recently, and they have different sort of tarmac here that is very quiet. And you don't get so much road noise.
My lovely red plants. But this is lavender, isn't it?
That'll grow wild, won't it?
It is lavender.
So they have, when they've been planting the different plants here, they have chosen a variety, so it's not all one thing. So it should be for interesting views in the future. People are already now making use of the benches, and that's what this promenade's all about. Have a walk, have a sit down, relax, and enjoy the views. And I think in the winter time, people will really be out here.
Yeah.
In the daytime, when it's cool, it's really nice to come along, cooler. Look at that tree with the huge leaves on it. And that's the problem for the daytime here is shade. A lot of these benches are in places that aren't completely exposed. I do like these undulations as well, more making it interesting. Well, we managed to find where the car was parked. That was very, very well done, my dear. I must say I haven't got a clue. But it's been a lovely walk, and
very nice.
Yeah, lovely. I don't know. You tell me what you think about this promenade, but I think it's really pretty. And yeah, bearing in mind that there are issues for the businesses, and we'll just have to see how that works out. Anyway, thanks very much for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next one. So bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.